Hello guys, welcome again to my YouTube channel, and if this is your first time in here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Please don't forget. Like, comment and all that good stuff. So today I'm going to be talking about a simple, very relatable topic. Like what you shouldn't tell a parent. Like, what are your boundaries? What are you meant to say? What are the things you're not meant to say? What are you saying too much? Like everything, we're going to talk about it in this video. So guys, if you have any video suggestion, please just leave it in the comment section. Men, parents, we are the real goats. Like, hey God, do you know before I started this video, the kind of things I did, like to bribe these children to keep quiet? Like, God. I'm just going to start with the first one, which is like people asking like, how much do you pay for your child's school fees? And by the time they hear like a big amount that is big to them, they'll start like, judging. Will I say judging or something? Or just saying their mind. School fees for primary school, nursery school. Hey, you're paying 200. For waiting now. Let me tell you, a child that is intelligent though. It's not a matter of spending the whole millions on that child. Any child that will have brain, any child that will know book. It's not about the money that you spend. Let me ask you a question. Is the parent complaining? No, Abby. Mind your business. Like, what to concern you now? If it is expensive to you, it might not be expensive to that parent. You're not the one paying now. Hey God. You say, why are you paying too much? Why are you paying too much? Like this kind of heavy amount. So when the child goes into the university, the higher institution, how much will you now be paying? Hey, they're just wasting your money. You don't know what you are doing. In fact, you don't know what to use your money for. You don't know what to use your money for. The only thing I will tell you is that follow your pockets. If you cannot afford it, another parent can afford it. It mustn't be a topic. It's not everything you talk. Even if the parent comes to you that this is how much I pay, or let's say the person is like complaining to you like, no, this school fees is too expensive. I don't think I can take this expensive school fees again. In fact, I want to change my child's school. Reasonable. You can now, chip in one or two things. You can now open your mouth and talk. But if the parent is not complaining, you just ask and the parent tells you, okay, this is how much I pay. You now start talking. It's too much. Is this or no? Is this or no? It's too much for you. It might not be too much for the person. Another one would be like, funny enough, some people might not see it as something, but I know that it's coming from a place of love. That's the truth. But sometimes now, it's not everything that you keep on talking again. Like when a child is trying to walk or talk, or when a child is having delay in talking or walking, you will get to see people that will question you like, at this age, this child is not talking yet, or the speech is not yet clear. What is this? What's really happening? This one, I know obviously it's coming from a place of love. Like most of it is coming from a place of love, but we cannot read your mind. We can't read your mind. We don't know what is going on in your mind, so we cannot even for certain 100% say, okay, this is coming from a place of love, so let me just take it. No, you have to work on yourself. Don't be asking the parent, this your child has not started talking since how long? Let me tell you, my neighbor's child, at so months, the child started talking. You can even hear when the child is talking like this. You can hear everything that the child is talking. Everything. The tongue is clear. This one, no, are you sure your child is okay? Hey, are you sure? It is well. Or maybe when the child is trying to walk. Like, I'll use myself as an example. My son didn't walk until like a year and 1 month. I think so. Yes, a year and 1 month. And around that time, there were so many people that were like asking questions like, your son has not started walking. Your son has not started walking. Well, okay, don't worry, you walk. You walk. Child's development is very, very different. Like my daughter started walking before she was even born, but my son started walking like a year and 1 month. And that was because most of the time we had people around us that were so involved with him, carrying him and all that. So he just got used to, plenty people carrying him. Even before he crawled, it took time, that boy. So there were so many people carrying him and all that. So he now took a bit more time to walk and all that. So before he started walking, there were so many people that were always questioning like, this boy has not started walking. Hey, now wow, what is happening now? This one. Yes, I know it's coming from a place of love, as I said earlier. But we cannot for certain say it's even coming from a place of love. Because I cannot read your mind. And I used to even ask myself that, okay, what if, God forbid, that child actually has problem walking? Do you know how that parent will feel? Do you know? Like maybe the parent, they have gone to the hospital and they have checked like, okay, this child is 2 years and he's not walking. Okay, let's see what's going on with that child. And maybe they go and they find that there's something wrong, maybe with the spinal cord or something. And you keep on asking that parent like, your child never started to walk, your child never started to walk. How do you think that parent will feel? Like there are just some questions that I know that you are just being concerned, but when you ask like once, just keep quiet and watch. It's not bad. Just keep quiet and be watching. Another one would be like asking a parent why that parent gave a certain name to his child. This one is very, very relatable to me. As you see me so. Very, very relatable. Like when I gave my daughter, I gave her Janea. Every time I tell somebody like a name, they always question, I mean an Indian name. I mean a China name. Which kind of name is this one? Janea. I never hear them before. You never hear them before, but this is the first time now. That means you have heard it. They will always ask me like, what's the meaning of Janea? You people should be giving name that we know. You people should be giving name that is in the Bible. You just give name. Do you know that name have meaning? Do you know that name is to follow the child? So actually, I used to get angry at first, like, what's these people's business now? You be asking, which kind of name is that one? Which kind of name? I would just be like, just be calling the child that name now. It concerns you. So I will always tell them like, okay, the name is God's gracious gift. That's the meaning of Janea actually. God's gracious gift. Okay, yeah, even if you give God's gracious gift, you can give in the language form. Like God's gracious gift in your language, that kind of thing. Must it be English name? That kind of thing. And even my son Jeremy, when I gave birth to him too, some people were like, I cannot pronounce this name or this one. If you cannot pronounce it, try, twist your tongue and pronounce that name. At least make an effort. Don't be questioning a parent like of the name they decide to give their child. This is so annoying. And if you do it to me, hey, just know that what goes around surely comes around. People will still ask you, even if you give local name, even if you give Igbo name, a Yoruba person will still ask you, which kind of name is this one? I never heard them before. So that is it. Another one would be your child is too fat or too slim. When a child is too slim, they will be asking you as a mother like, this pikin no dey chop. What's happening? You know they grow. Some people are that blunt. They will just say, why is it so lame now? Why is not eating? You don't give enough food or something. Now wow, hey, try and be eating, no, try and be eating. In fact, they will even say, look at your brother. Maybe the brother is even fatter than that one. You say, look at your junior brother. He's adding weight more than you. Before you know, he will grow past you. That kind of thing. Or maybe when your child is too fat, they will say, what are you eating? This or that one, do exercise. You are eating too much food. You should watch what you eat. You should do this or that. Hey, they are just children. They are children. Even among children, you are still finding faults in their weight. Like talk less of we adults. Like allow them. And what is when you buy so many things for your children, like beautiful gifts, sometimes expensive gifts actually. You get to hear people saying, you're spoiling this child. At this age, this child is not supposed to have this. At this stage, this child is not supposed to have that and all that. The only thing I used to tell people is that if you are not, never, thank God, if you are not actually close to that person, just look away. Yes, I cannot just see somebody now and because okay, we normally used to greet. We normally used to greet. You just go and meet the person and say, you are being too extravagant with your child, will stop it. Then the person will be offended. And the person has a right to be offended. Another one would be some people coming up to you, like trying to tell you about the way your child dresses. Like maybe if your child goes to a party and the child wears shorts and all that, looking all cute and fine, they'll come and tell you like, I'm sorry to tell you this, so please don't be offended. Auntie, I'm offended. Don't apologize before you talk rubbish. I'm sorry to tell you this, please don't be offended. I've noticed though, is it that your children don't have clothes? Or you just decide to be wearing like short things for them? Like, is that your preference? Please, just try and be covering them up a little. Just try and be covering them up a little. Yes, you should dress decent. I don't have a problem with a child at any age dressing decently. But there's some decency that a child wear and you see somebody complain. Like, a short that is not too short is okay. Like it's not like it's showing your butt crack or something. Like, it's okay for me. Like, people that talk like that, I feel like sometimes they have dirty minds. Yes, I know there's so many pedophiles in the world now. Like, now there are so many pedophiles, so we need to be careful. But even with that, I feel like people that talk like that, like, what are you thinking? He's a child now. What are you thinking? Like, I wear short things for my daughter, but I don't like it to be unreasonably short, that kind of thing. Something that would show her butt crack or something. Something comfy, something cute, something comfortable. And we are good to go. Oh, they even go as far as telling you that if you are wearing short things for your children, you don't know you are invoking evil spirit on that child. You don't know the spirits that you are invoking on that child. Or some of them will go as far as telling you that, even trouser, you're not meant to wear trouser for your child. You're not meant to wear this. See, your own thinking of parenting is very different from somebody else's. I'm not saying anybody is wrong, but just stick by your own vibe. That kind of thing. Stick by your own rules and let another person parent his child the way he wants to parent it. No one would be, well, it's not very common in our society because we believe in spanking actually. Proudly, we believe in spanking over here in Africa. But some people don't agree with the idea of beating, spanking and all that. As far as that beating is not like an abuse, I feel it's okay to spank. Some people will look at it like, okay, you're spanking your child, that means you're wicked. Some people even come up to you and tell you like, why you spanking your child? It's not good. It's not the right way. You can correct that child without spanking and all that. See, some children, you actually need to spank them. If you don't spank them, you just live a frustrated life. You will always be angry. Like sometimes my daughter, if I'm trying to correct her, I will start slowly. I will talk calmly at first. Jania, leave that place. I will look away. She will still be doing it though. Jania, leave that place. She will still be doing it. Jania, I'm talking to you now, leave that place. She will still be there doing it. But the moment I do as if I want to stand up to just, spank her a little, the way she will adjust. So that kind of situation, what do you want the parent to do? Seriously. When you will talk, they're not doing it. But what do you really want the parent to do? So most times I've seen a situation that somebody will come up to you and talk to you like making you feel like you're wicked, like as far as it's not abuse, like there's some that are so unacceptable, like it's so bad, rubbing pepper in the private parts, blowing the child, there's some that are too extreme. You can just spank and that's okay. So guys, thank you for watching this video. Do not forget to subscribe, like and all that good stuff. And always remember guys, everybody's parenting is different. Just learn to mind your business. Like sometimes when the person is not close to you directly, just mind your business. It's better off, right? Love you guys till my next video.